Hey Internet, how you doing today? This is Austin Noble, and I've heard that you want to fly a ship. Well, we've come to the right place. During the earlier levels, you've probably been wondering, do I get a ship? Will I get into dogfights? What the hell are Ewoks? Well, the answers to those questions are, you do get a ship. You don't really get into dogfights, I guess is to be determined by BioWare later. And Ewoks are little lumps of fur that live on Endor. Today I'll be showcasing the Bounty Hunter ship. That's actually my main right now. I abandoned the Inquisitor because I wanted to shoot missiles into people's faces. And before we get into any space battles, I'd like to answer some questions that people have had. The first question I have here is, will I be able to upgrade my ship? Yeah, you will. Actually, you can upgrade your ship just like any other thing, like a companion. And the cool thing about parts are that you can buy them from vendors and they're still good. You can make them using cybertech, and you can actually get them from quest rewards. So they're pretty much like any other commodity. My next question I have here is, can I fly my ship freely? No, at this time you can only use it to actually fly from planet to planet and or space missions. This is actually a space mission that's, when you first get your ship, it's the hardest to complete. You're actually, I don't even think you're supposed to be able to do it, but I go ahead and test the limits of my spaceship anyways. I do succeed in getting it done, but I recommend doing other space missions before this so you can at least get a couple upgrades for your ship. It'll make it a lot easier. I think I failed like 5 or 6 times before actually completing this. So don't get discouraged if you die 5 or 6 times. It does nothing to you or your ship. In fact, if you do succeed, you'll not only feel rewarded, but you might get some valuable parts for your ship in the process. While playing various space missions, I've come up with some tips to actually help you succeed in your own campaign. The first one I have is to click to shoot. You notice that I have a higher rate of fire than if you were just holding down the button. That's because I'm constantly clicking as I'm shooting. This gives the game a little bit more of a skill factor and gives you carpal tunnel for your finger. My next piece of advice is actually tied in with the first one. The best defense is an offense. If you're destroying ships as fast as you can and you upgrade your beam cannons or missiles and you're more efficient in destroying them before they destroy you, well then you're going to survive and finish your mission. After that, I would say the next most important one is use your missiles sparingly. You'll notice that you're limited in missiles in the beginning. You're not going to be able to shoot down everything with your missiles, so I generally use them for objectives. I don't use them to shoot other ships, maybe turrets and shield generators, but ships are generally pretty easy to down, probably like 3 or 4 shots, whereas turrets are seemingly impossible to down unless you upgrade your beam cannon. And with that said, you probably noticed I've been flipping around my ship. I've been barrel rolling the whole time, which adds crucial style points as well as makes it easier to dodge these lasers that are coming at you. To do this, all you have to do is press spacebar, and depending on where your mouse is located, you'll barrel roll either left or right. You'll notice that the more damage you take, your ship still starts to catch on fire. It doesn't really affect your ship at all. It just makes it a little bit cloudy. And for my final piece of advice, I would say focus on your objectives. If you finish your mission, then you finish your mission. Don't worry about the bonus objectives. If you have time, you can always finish them, or go back and do it again later. After finishing a mission, you'll get space commendations. These are used to generally upgrade your ship or buy a space pilot suit, which is actually pretty cool. You have to be at least a social level 1, I believe, maybe 2, in order to wear this space fighter suit, but it's actually pretty cool. But by now you might be asking, why would I do these space missions? Well, actually, when you first get your ship, it gives you about 9 to 10,000 XP, and it helps you level up a lot faster. Fortunately or unfortunately, you can only do 1 successful mission per day, but I've leveled up multiple times using these space missions from I think 18 to 22, 25. Once you hit 26, it starts to get a little bit harder, but you can still do it per day, and I would treat them just like dailies because that's what they really are. Later on in the game, you will get abilities. If you notice on the bottom left, you have 4 little slots. I believe you get things like an EMP, advanced missiles, maybe even a Vulcan cannon or something like that. Not sure if that's from Star Wars or not, but correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. So for all you Star Wars diehards out there, don't tase me, bro. Hope you're alright. Oh, and apparently I have another question that's left to be unanswered. When do I get my ship? thought you'd never ask. Basically, you get your ship once you finish. I think it's the first or second. No, it's the second stage. So for Imperial Soldier, it'd be Drum and Kos, and for Republic, I don't really know since I have been only playing Imperial. Sorry, but it's essentially around 17. I got mine at around 18 since I outleveled this stage. But yeah, having a ship versus not having a ship. Having a ship is definitely awesome. I mean, you get your own personal space for activities and stuff. How can you not love that? Also, you can interact with your crew, have a, you know, your ship's storage area, which is, I think, different from your bank, or it might be the same. Either way, it's pretty pimp. Alright, now that you know how to fly, I'll see you guys later. Peace.